Hi everyone, how are you? My name is Annette Trigg, for those of you that don't know me, and I am a certified eyelash extension professional artist. Whatever. So I've been doing eyelash extensions now for 6 years. I'm almost 7 years I've been doing that. Yeah, 7 years. I can't believe it. So I had a vision, a dream, a goal, and a set out plan of where I wanted my business to be at this point in my life. And yeah, and life got in the way, and I now have a different direction, I guess. Yeah, that's how I look at it. Is life took a different turn, and I guess has a different plan for me. So I guess I will be publicly announcing that that I will no longer be doing lash extensions. Those words are absolutely crushing for me. It is like telling a artist, give me your paintbrushes and you can no longer paint. Give me your pencils, you can no longer draw. A musician, give me your instruments or your voice because you can no longer sing or play. That is how I truly feel about putting down my tweezers and no longer able to lash. So why I'm on here is because if I can help one person and guide one person, then that might make this transition a little bit easier for me. So 3 years ago, I developed a severely bad cough, a cough that just would not go away. It got so bad that I went to several walk-in clinics. I'm sitting in, I just felt snow falling down off, melting. I'm sitting in my vehicle right now because this is kind of the only privacy I ever get, and I'm always being interrupted. So I developed a cough that would not go away, and this cough lasted about 7 months. I'm not joking. 7 months of me going back and forth to the walk-in clinic, to Emerge, to, what is wrong. The cough got so bad, I couldn't sleep. I was up all nights. I got so weak that I could barely even walk up the stairs. And I have to add this, so you must know that I do not smoke. I'm relatively a healthy person, and this just it was absolutely brutal what I went through. If you Googled my symptoms, well, mind you, that's not fair, because I think if you Google any symptom, you're dying of cancer. I swear. But I honestly thought that I had cancer. I had a cough that wouldn't go away. I could not keep any. I felt ill all the time. Eating was maybe like a small portion of. I lost probably 15 pounds in like 8 days. It was at that point where I went and saw my family doctor. where he right away got me in to see a stomach specialist and a lung specialist. And the lung specialist got in touch with me first. And after chatting with him, talking about my symptoms and whatnot, we finally figured it out that it was the adhesive that me breathing in all of those years of not protecting myself. So I had no mask, no ventilation. I was not taught this, told this, nothing. The only time I've ever discussed this was about 3 years ago on one of the Lash forums, and I was shot down pretty quick about that. I was actually told that I was just nothing more than a small minority that reacts to this adhesive. That got my blood boiling. Are we really that naive? Are we really that uneducated that like we will be a generation that looks back and says, what in the world were we thinking? Like, people now are dying of cancer and CPOD and all these lung health issues because we weren't protecting ourselves while we were lashing. Like, this is not just me. I promise you that. I can go on to any lash forum, and I follow many. I run my own Canadian one. I can put in the search button cough, and there will be thousands upon thousands of comments and topics about people having these symptoms. This is not just me, as I was told 3 years ago. And like I say, by some very well-known worldwide lash artists. Like, it gets me so fired up that, so I did my own research. Okay. I live in Canada, BC. We are not regulated here. So I have no guidance, no one to help me out. No direction where to go, where to look, how we're supposed to be doing this. None, zero. So I did my own research. And the research that I found was a country in Sweden. Sweden is the highest regulated country for lash extensions. Okay. If you want to be a lash extension there, or a lash artist, sorry, if you want to be a lash artist there, you have to have zero lung issues, no respiratory problems at all. You have to have proper ventilation and a fume extractor, which I knew nothing about, and a proper mask. And if you are pregnant, you do not lash. If your client is pregnant, absolutely no lashing. The research has shown that if you are lashing either a client or yourself, the fetus, it is not good for the, oh, see, I'm even interrupted in my own vehicle. Okay, I'll call you right back. Technology, love it. Where was I? Okay, yes, highly regulated. So in Sweden, they say all of those things. So about the baby. So the babies are coming out with respiratory problems because of eyelash extensions. Like, that should be in the large category of things that you should not do while you are pregnant. So I have implemented that into my business. I do not lash, never have lashed a pregnant woman. And that's huge. When I found that out, and turning people away and trying to educate them, I was I was frowned upon once again, and that is just the lack of education in this industry. It's mind-boggling that we're just, that people are getting sick. People are getting sick. Okay, so for those that are not lash artists that are still with me, thank you for listening to me ramble. So it's not a glue, it's an adhesive. So the adhesive cures with moisture in the air. Okay, so it cures extremely quickly within 2 to 3 seconds. So you want to be able to kind of lash as quick as possible before that adhesive dries. So back in the day, and if you are using one of these glue rings, you lash artists, you toss that ring away. So there is a ring that you put on, and you put the adhesive on it, and it's easy access. So it's quick and it's right there by your nose. That's what I did for years and years with no mask, lashing 12 hours a day and no ventilation and no education. Nobody told me. Nobody said anything to me about this. And I took a volume course from a phenomenal, lovely woman from the UK. And she came here, and I remember asking her, and I'll never forget, I raised my hand and I said, can you please ask me, what is your thoughts on lash artists wearing a mask or proper ventilation? And she's like, nah. Like it's been brushed aside. It's not even talked about. Why are we not talking about this? Like, so if I could help and guide and encourage anyone to protect yourself, protect your lungs, protect your health, so you don't have to give up your dream of becoming the best that you can in this industry. I love being a lash artist. It is a passion. Like, I don't even know what I'm going to do now. Here I am at 45 years old, and I'm still going, gee, what am I going to be when I grow up? I built this amazing business and created amazing friendships. I love my clients, and I have slowly had to get rid of them and say goodbye to them and not accept new clients. And I don't even know what I'm gonna do. So the only thing that gives me a peace and sense of mind is if I could encourage any of you to protect yourself. And let's talk about this. Let's not just, brush this under as if it's nothing. The symptoms are real. It is not a cold. It is not a flu. It is what you are breathing in. And I want to encourage you all to protect yourself. And I will post another video of all the information that I've gathered up and educated myself on, of the proper masks and a fume extractor. I did purchase a fume extractor, and I know, and I'm proud to say, I was the first in Canada to get one of those extractors here. And by me wearing a mask, by me having this extractor, I was able to lash for an extra 3 more years. If I would have done it at the beginning, I think this would be a much different story, and I probably wouldn't be here talking to you or myself. So yeah, I encourage you to and make sure you're wearing the proper mask. I'm seeing time and time again, this is another thing that really blows my mind. I'm seeing these worldwide known lash artists out there, and they're doing these videos, and they are wearing like a non-carbon filtered mask, a doctor's, like for nuisance, for coughs, for colds. That's the mask that they're wearing. So that's actually probably causing more damage than not having a mask. Or they're not wearing a mask at all. So they're educating people because what? It doesn't look fancy and it doesn't look nice. I have gotten to the point of wearing a disposable mask. Okay. I have to now wear a full painter's filters on the side. That's the mask that I have to wear. And the trick is that the thing is it doesn't smell. You cannot smell this adhesive. I can now taste it. I know when I'm ready to dispose my disposable, get rid of my disposable mask, because I can actually taste it. But I am far past the disposable. I am now wearing the full-on mask, and I'm going to be getting that here tested here in the next couple days, because I'm wondering, why am I still getting sick? Why is this adhesive still attacking my lungs, right? So I've had now 3 bronchial scopes, far too many CT scans and x-rays. I just went and had another CT scan, so I'm waiting on my lung specialist to find out what the results were for that, because I am sick. I will post another video of the symptoms and the masks. I hope you will follow along with me and educate yourself. And yeah, it's heartbreaking for me. So let me help you. Then maybe that will help me. So God bless you all. Have a wonderful week, and I will chat with you again. Okay?